Hi, this is for Miss Piggy and Kermit again.
Okay.
The backstage scenes of your original TV series could be described as an early form of reality television.
True.
And I just wondered, now that reality TV is so popular, if
Yep.
either of you would be tempted by the likes of Dancing with the Stars or maybe judges on American Idol, something like that?
Well, I'm not sure we should be the ones to judge American Idol, but yeah, I mean, sure. We are, we do play ourselves in our films, and we take some artistic license with that, of course. But it's kind of a little bit of documentary going on, I'd say.
I don't think it would be quite fair if we were, certainly contestants.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah, probably not.
It wouldn't be fair. but judging doesn't feel right either. Because
Because you're not at all judgmental. You're in no way are you judgmental.
you're not judgmental.
No.
Such a placid personality. There's a lady here in the fifth row, thank you.
Hey, Miss Piggy and Kermit.
Yes.
Both of you have a good relationship on screen. What do you think the secrets are to a good relationship?
Compliance. Very well. Yeah.
Works for me.
Yeah.
And also, Miss Piggy, in the film, you are the plus-size editor for Paris Vogue.
No. Moi is not plus size. The editor is not plus size. The department she edits.
Gotcha.
Coincidence.
Go ahead. What is your question?
Sorry about that. What trends do you think will be coming up that the plus-size girls will be wearing?
Well, I think everyone next winter will be wearing coats. Here first.
That is an edgy prediction.
Thank you.
Okay, there's a gentleman in the fifth row here in the blue shirt.
Hi, Neil from Saga.
Hey, Neil.
It's a question for Miss Piggy. As you may know, Saga is a magazine aimed at the sort of older members of society. And as one of Hollywood's most durable stars, we just wondered if how you stayed looking so youthful.
Oh, me? Thank you so much. Well, I just decided a long time ago that I wasn't going to get any older. Aging wasn't for me.
Is that working for you?
Oh yeah. Why are you asking that?
I have no reason. No reason. It's a nice counter.
That's the Kermit out of this hole. James, let's talk about the songs in the movie.
Yes.
Oscar nomination this week. Congratulations.
Yes, very exciting for Brett. Yeah, very exciting.
Yes.
Working with Brett again.
Brett McKenzie. Yay.
Can you talk about working with Brett again?
Yeah, it
was
was.
that a no-brainer, really?
I wanted this film to be very much a comedy musical. And, I had a good friend who was good at comedy and music. Therefore, it was a pretty obvious choice. I just asked him to write some songs. And I felt the songs should be like the film, a sort of tribute, to the heritage of the Muppets, but also very contemporary in their feel. So something like Man and Muppet feels to tick both those boxes. So I think I'm really pleased for him because he's a very humble, modest man, and for him to have a potential of having an Oscar in his house, and also to have he's got a 50% chance of winning the Oscar, which is just unbelievable. So I'm thrilled for him.
Absolutely. And Kermit, who knew Chris Cooper could rap?
I know. It's amazing. I don't even think he knew it until he did.
He took no persuading. That wasn't a thing that Mr. Dharma at all.
No
He was
CG,
very
nothing.
keen to do that, which is brilliant. So, very
And
nice.
who knew? What a lovely voice Spa has.
I was just about to say that.
Everybody.
James,
Yes, I can hear you. Okay, perfect.
what are the unusual difficulties of working with the Muppets that you wouldn't necessarily get on Flight of the Conchords? And of the human element, did you have any difficulty getting people to say yes, or were they desperate to get
No, it was a very pleasurable experience asking people to do the film. We asked Amy on a video, Jason and Kermit made a video, where they sat in chairs and talked to her about doing the movie. And I think once Kermit asked you to do something, you can't say no, so she said yes. And in terms of the difference, obviously there's a few differences because Concords are 6 foot tall. These guys can be a little smaller sometimes, so my life can be a bit tricky. And technically there are some complications because of the nature of the job. But
It's a nature thing.
Yes,
It's nature.
but as they are present, I can't really talk about that.
That's right. But you wouldn't believe what goes on under here. Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know. Look out.
Kermit, Miss Piggy, can you talk about working with James. What was he like on set?
With James, it was wonderful. James is a very merry soul. We
took direction very well.
True.
and we actually did the Muppet Show, here in L Street many years ago. And one of the things that we slightly missed over the last few years was a sort of a British sensibility, and it was nice to have that from James. So, yeah, very good.
Thanks, Kermit.
Hello Kermit, hello Miss Piggy. My name's Tina, I'm from Crave On Music. In the film, you're quite inspiring, Kermit, to all of the Muppets. What's the most inspiring piece of advice you've ever been given?
Never listen to your own PR.
I listen to it all the time.
Well, I'm just saying.
What's the matter with that?
I know. No, that's actually quite important for real. But most inspiring piece of advice? Try to find a way to do what you enjoy doing and still survive at it, if you can. That's always nice. Or if you can't, find a way to survive and learn to enjoy it. That's not funny. That's not funny.
Very profound.
Yeah.
Very profound. That's good.
Would you agree with that, Piggy?
I have no idea.
What are you talking about?
I'll explain it to you later. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, and Brett.
Hi guys, Ramesh Gogner from Westside Radio. This question of Kermit, Piggy and James. When you guys are growing up, who are your big idols?
Oh, wow.
Wow, that's a good question. Oh, goodness.
That's tough.
No, I mean that.
Was it movie stars, was it singers? Who are your big idols?
Well, when I was growing up, I was in the swamp. Where the culture there was a little different than normal. It was more like a culture, like in a petri dish. But the first time I went to the movies, one of the first films I ever saw was The Wizard of Oz, which inspired me.
Yeah.
Good movie.
Sort of set me down a yellow brick road, so to speak, on a path
you
to
are today.
on a path to rainbows. So yeah.
I really love the screen legends, Garbo, Marilyn, and Dietrich, and I feel like I am a continuation of that legacy.
Right.
Very true.
How about you, James?
I used to always love the films of Woody Allen. I've always loved those. And they are something that will stand the test of time. I love that.
Yeah. And my last question is, you worked with some pretty amazing people, Kermit and Piggy and James with the Muppets. Who would you love to work with now?
You mean other than the people we've already worked with?
Yeah. Who are you dying to work with?
Wow, I
wouldn't die to work.
I'm sure it'd be hard to work that way.
But cover your ears, Kermit.
Okay. As I said earlier, I don't actually have them, but go ahead.
All right.
I didn't hear that.
Brad Pitt.
James?
I've always been a huge fan of Mr. Bill Murray.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. You'd love to work with Bill.
I would love to work with Bill.
He's a great guy. Yeah. I haven't worked with him, but anyhow.
Play golf together on the weekends.
There you go. When you can find it.
Let's do a Brad Pitt, Bill Murray movie. James can direct, and if you could just get Reese Witherspoon, I'd be quite happy. Talented. Very talented. She'd be a Brad's co-star.
Thanks, guys.
That's a go project, by the way. Yes, front row, please. Down here, Brendan with the red shirt.
Hello. To Kermit and Piggy, really, though James
Sure.
probably chop chicken. they're not here, but they're very important. Jason and Walter. Now,
Yes.
let's speak for them a little bit. What have they contributed to the film?
Oh, an enormous amount. My goodness. Jason wrote the film along with Nick Stoller. He was certainly the star of the film, along with Walter.
Somebody wrote this movie?
Well, they didn't actually write the stuff that you did, because it sort of wrote around the things that you did.
Oh.
Do you remember that book I gave you a long time ago? There's lines in it. Do you remember that? The thing you ignored and gave back to me.
Like a big document full of paper.
That was the
That
script.
was the script.
That was the script. Yeah.
Yes, it was.
I'm sure it was very good.
And Walter, Walter's sort of kind of the epitome of the ultimate Muppet fan in a way. Actually, a lot like Jason. But yeah, I mean, we always love our fans all over the world, and we have like 3. And it's nice to pay tribute to them.
Thank you very much. There's a gentleman right in the 5th row.
Hi guys. So for the movie, there's loads and loads of great cameos in there. My personal favourite was Jim Parsons' cameo. I thought.
Oh yeah,
that was brilliant.
yeah.
But
It's a secret.
Yeah. Spoiler.
Yeah, he knows about it.
Anyway, I was just wondering, were these celebrities like beating the door down to be in this movie just because of the Muppet name, or did you have very certain people in mind? And for Kermit and Miss Piggy, did you have any particular favourites of all the cameos in the movie to work with?
It's a great tradition in Muppet films of amazing cameos. We had a very clear idea of who we wanted, and it was that brilliant thing that pretty much everyone we asked said yes, and not only yes, but thank you for asking us, and can I bring my kids along as well, please? So it was really lovely. So often on set, we had a whole load of kids on set watching us work, and they'd meet Kermit and Piggy, and it's a lovely environment to work in.
Hard to pick a favorite because they were all really wonderful and great to work with.
For me, it's hard to pick because I didn't really work with any of them. I did most of my scenes on green screen.
Sort of
I
mad as
work
Piggy.
better that way.
Yeah.
Do you insist upon that?
Oh, yes.
Yes. Kermit, of course, less successful on green screen.
Yes, doesn't work so well. I sort of look like an ad for ping pong balls.
Okay, let's take the fifth row now. There's a lady here in the blue shirt. Or it might be purple. I'm not quite sure. Oh, okay. Let's go to the seventh row, because then we'll come to you in the blue shirt. Okay.
Kermit and Piggy, you often play, well, you always play variations of yourselves in the movies. Do you worry about typecasting, and do you feel you're being unfairly excluded from non-amphibian and pig roles?
Frankly, a little bit. I tried out for a couple of other roles over the years that I didn't get. I'm not sure I should. I think I should.
Sure, absolutely.
Well, I was Yoda. Right body type, wrong ears. The Incredible Hulk. Right color, wrong body type. So it's tough. It's tough.
I don't mind playing myself. I rather prefer it actually. There's no one else who can actually play me as well.
That's a good point.
So, yes, and I don't have to do any research for the role, so I kind of like that part too.
Yeah, that's true.
Nice and easy. Okay, that's the lady in the fifth row. Thank you.
Kermit and Piggy, when Eddie Murphy pulled out of hosting the Oscars last year, there was an online campaign to get you guys on
Yes, which I started.
We all joined in.
Thank you.
Would it be something you consider in the future?
Well, sure. I mean, we'd have to be asked, of course. We can't just barge in. They have security. But, yeah, Billy Crystal's doing it, and he's a great friend. We worked with Billy. Yeah, we actually, we've seen him recently.
We have.
And yes, on the cutting
On the
room
DVD.
floor. No, on the DVD for extras. Right? But no, he's one of our best friends. And of course, we didn't cut him out of the film until after he took the Oscar job. No, we're not kidding. It would be wonderful. I don't know, who knows? With the song being nominated, maybe we'll join in and help sing it or something.
I always thought they'd be fun. They'd be brilliant hosts, of course.
Yeah,
But
that'd be great.
I'd slightly rather be there picking them up and giving them out.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I don't know, I just don't feel right being a part of an institution that continues to ignore the contribution
Oh yeah, that's
of
that
pig actors.
And there are a lot of them, too.
Yes, we should take a stand right here. I've got a lady in the front row.
We've talked a bit about cameos. I wondered if you could talk specifically, James, about Dave Grohl's involvement and whose idea that was, what it was like working with him.
Well, we knew we had these characters called the Muppets, who are this sort of terrible tribute band to the Muppets who are just going through the motions for cash, basically. And so we thought it'd be fun if it had an animal component, a human component to it. And obviously Animal is a natural, he's a fantastic character. And then you think, well, who are the world's greatest drummers? And, all drummers in the world love Animal. And that's just a fact, I think. And so we asked Dave, and he sort of jumped at the chance of doing it. And there was a great moment he walked on set as we had a ridiculous Animal outfit, which is like this weird shabby trousers and a sort of weird waistcoat, and basically nude underneath. It's absolutely amazing to look at. But he loved it. He was brilliant. And the other thing is, he doesn't actually play the drums. He's just doing a little shaking thing. So maybe a waste of opportunity there.
Yeah, nice little.
But he was great. He was fantastic.
Yep. Excellent. And back to Anwar. I think this may be the last question.
Kermit, it isn't easy being green, as someone once said, but since you were last on the big screen, Shrek has become a star. Do you regard him as a major rival?
Well, you'll have to ask him yourself. Of course, you can't. You'd have to ask him yourself.
I think we've got time for just one more quick one from Ben here in the front row. Just pass it along. Thank you.
Guys, you've been going now for 50 years, and I wonder if you might talk a little bit about the Muppets phenomenon.
Well, I've been going here for 20 minutes. That's a phenomenal thing.
You should say phenomenon. Come on, everybody.
Why are we ready? We are right there. We are right there.
We didn't rehearse this at any point. On a shambolic note.
That's right, that's right.
I think it's time to call an end to proceedings. Thanks very much for your questions. The Muppets is, of course, out on February 10th. Please give it up for director James Bobin.